This is Glenwood with another pet battle video. This team I'm using right now is the Gooey Gogetters. It just uses a Fiendish Imp, a Gooey Shilling, and a Restless Shadeling. The Restless Shadeling I've been using from the as inspired by the teams from Disco Doggy. The health speed version of the Restless Shadeling is just an incredibly effective pet to drop Plagued Blood. And that way I can get some extra backline heals. We'll see what kind of queues I run into today. As I wait for the queue or the other team to show up. As we all know, there's sometimes a little bit of a delay when the battle first starts up. Hopefully we can get something going here. And it looks like it appears to fail to create a pet battle. Oh, I've seen this before. This isn't the first time. It always makes me wonder if, oh, no, there it goes, it popped. I'm alright with this. It's gonna be, I wonder what his plan is here. Well, can't hurt starting off with my Fiendish Imp. I do not want it to be anywhere near that Graves. That is just fine with me. Hit him again. Probably. There we go. That'll give him his switch. And I will. Alright, I wonder if he's got Bone Storm. Actually, let me give some damage here. That was unexpected, but I will take it. I'll bring in my Gooey Shilling. Drop another dot. Put a dot on him. And I'll bring in my Restless Shadeling. Dodge. Plague Blood. I've got 2 dots. So it's 3 ticks. That'll be about 300 health back for my Imp. Plus a little bit with the Gooey Shilling. And some for my Restless Shadeling. Alright. I think he'll probably bring in his Zeppelin. I've got that dot there is a nice decoy breaker. And I'll hit him. 53, almost did it. And this should kill. Alright, I'll go ahead and kill his Dark Moon Zeppelin. Hogs will come in. I think I'm going to catch him by surprise with the Breath of Sorrow. Oh, we hit hard with that. Okay. I am faster than him. I'm going to dodge the bomb. Plagued Blood to get some extra heals from my Immolation. And Shadow Shock the rest of them down. I expect him to use Consume Corpse here. He did not. Shadow Shock again. There it is. Shadow Shock again. Hitting pretty low, especially when the max damage is 600. Dodge here. And he surrendered the battle. That is the effectiveness of this team. The reason I wanted to bring in that Gooey Shilling, and I kind of misread how powerful his headbutt is the Breath of Sorrow. It basically receives 50% healing for 2 rounds. So it's a nice counter to the Consume Corpse. I was actually pretty lucky to have that kind of team pop up. I want to stay away from extra Healy teams because I still think they're kind of scummy. I tried Wild Hogs. I tried using the Faux Reaper earlier today, and it was just a misery, or a miserable experience. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. I don't ever want to try that again. Looks like he's got some strong teams coming in. Graves, that nerf really killed Graves. Really made Graves a little bit less of a threat, putting Bone Storm and Grave Destruction on the same tier. And then sliding, I guess, whatever his statistic slider, moving it around so he has a little bit more speed and less power. When he was an HP version with 212 speed or 211 speed or something like that during Warlords of Draenor, just Graves was just an unstoppable pet. So the Undead nerf plus Graves nerf plus putting 2 of his abilities on the same, 2 of his AoE abilities on the same tier acted as like a triple nerf, but Graves is still good. And I'm one of the few people, well, I agree with Disco Doggy that with Graves with Consume Corpse, I think is actually a lot more threatening than the double AoE. Feeding them the Thieves of Elune, I just made this team up. I just wanted to use the Moonkin Hatchling as another Moonlight Moonfire pet to use with the 50% ability and when Alex fly. Hopefully I can get the Q to pop so I can give this team a whirl. I might un-Q and re-Q. And see if we can get this to pop. Give it another few more seconds. I'm pretty impatient when it comes to the Q. I keep a real close eye on the average wait times. And when I exceed it by more than a minute, I typically leave the Q and then re-Q. So, I'll try it one more time here. Alright, 38 seconds to get something to come up. I really want to show you this team. I really think they're a lot of fun using the 100% hit chance with when Alex fly. It's just if you go up against a lot of tier 1 teams, it fails miserably, but it's still nice to catch somebody off guard with it. I did use it this morning. I just wish I was recording when you got for you all to see it, but it didn't. It did not happen. So let's see what kind of battle the Q brings me this time. Alright, it is a haunt. Okay. Well, this is going to be interesting. So I will stun his Valk. I want nothing to do with it. Bring in Mr. Wiggles. And crouch. Let's see if he brings in the Anubisath Idol to change the weather on me. He will. I'm still going to hit him hard. Alright. kind of wish I had plagued. Alright. Still gonna hit hard for 3 rounds, even though I won't go first. Oh, missed. That's interesting. A 90%. Oh, that's terrible. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Sandstorm, for being just awesome. And he's going to kill me. Let's see, 296 damage, that will kill him. Unborn Valkyr. I'll bring my Moonlight. I don't think he'll haunt me again, just because it's just really dangerous to do so. So let's see if I can get a couple of good smacks in with my Mr. Wiggles. And that should do it for his Unborn Valk. Heal Curse of Doom. Yeah, that should do me. That should do me wrong. So maybe I'll get lucky. I'll have to. Yeah. Had to kill him as quickly as possible on the Curse of Doom. That miss with the when Alex fly was the difference maker. If I had hit him then, it would have been a victory, I think, for me. But it wasn't meant to be. That's alright though, you got to see that when Alex fly with the increased hit chance is pretty nice. Sandstorm still takes away 10%, so it got me. No worries though, I'm glad you got to see a little bit of what that team is capable of. I don't want to bring a tier 1 team in. Let's see what we want to bring in, just to have a little bit more fun. Let me queue up for one more battle. And I don't want my PvE tab. He's got Sandstorm. You know what? I think one more Blizzard team might be a lot of fun. So let me bring in one more Blizzard team. Iowa Winter. I think I used that one just the other day. And I think I talked about it earlier. Frozen 2. Nope, there was one with a little helper. Yeah, we'll try this one. I've got an aquatic to take the damage from the Valk. You know what? I'm going to switch to this, just in case. There's always a chance. I don't want Mr. Wiggles to wind up being the closer against a Anubisath idol. It's just, there's nothing good will come from that. But if I have something a little bit more stout on him, I think I could really. He's basically a utility pet, so I mean it's nice to have the undead, you know, the critter damage against undead, but I think Disease Bite might be more useful in the coming situation, as I have aquatic damage, or aquatic pet to take the undead damage from that Valk. And I've got a stun. And I don't think it's gonna pop for me, what we can see. These are just some of the teams that, like Dundee Kid, Ginsu Brothers, these are all Disco Doggies teams. I'm going to start filling this tab up with some of my favorite teams from the other pet battlers. Because some of those teams are just a lot of fun to use. This is perfect. Okay. The aquatic, not going to do a whole lot of good for me. I would start with the moth. Hopefully I don't get slept. And of course I did. I'll bring in my Call Blizzard. Oof, those moths. Torturous! Oh, wow, 2 sleeps. That's pretty much a good game. I should have brought in my... Wow. I'm gonna go ahead and leave and sacrifice this game. There's nothing I could do. I just got beat pretty bad. There's 2 sleeps in a row. That's 25. It's a 1/16th chance of that happening. That hurts. Since there are a lot of flyers in there, I'm gonna go ahead and try something a little bit different. Arcane Storm. Just 3 pets that use Arcane Blast. If I have if I'm going up against a lot of stun or trap teams, it's nice to have this. And I do believe that Arcane Storm prevents sleeps as well. Let me see. Stunned or rooted. The thing is about that sleep is it didn't leave, I didn't get the resilient debuff, or buff, so I got beat pretty bad on that one. Not much I could do about 2 sleeps in a row. That's why moths are so strong. It's just they're a real strong RNG pet. My intention in that battle was actually to call Blizzard and then use my Ice Lance, because it can, the first time it'll hit, it'll break the Cocoon Strike, and the second time it'll actually hit for some damage, but he was able to stun me twice, so I couldn't do anything. I probably could have played it out, but it just wasn't going to be a good battle for me. Well, queues are extending out, so I'll go ahead and wrap this video up. Thank you all very much for your time, and take care.